So YouTube, yeah, feeling good, feeling blessed, not stressed. Thank you, Lord, for this day, man. Just drinking coffee out here, enjoying the wind. Been up since 6. It's about 7:30, 7:25. Been up since about 6. Got up, meditated for like 6 to 6:30. My meditation routine is basically put on some soft music, no words, and just focus on the day. You know what I got to get done. How can I execute better? Um, that's how I meditate. Think of say my prayers. I'm about to read in a little bit, read the Bible a little bit, and yeah, man, focus on God. Focus on a higher power. Trying to be better, trying to be a little bit more forgiving, patient, more less bad words, anything, whatever that's in your heart you want to change. You got to focus on it. It has to be on the front of your mental cortex. It has to be on the front. You have to consistently have it on your mind on what you want to change, what you want to multiply, and if you want to learn a new skill, focus, bro. You have to focus. You have to train your body and mind how to be better, be disciplined. Focus on discipline. Get up anyway, even when you don't feel like it. Now, as I stated, yeah, you do need your sleep, you do need rest, but get on up. Simple, man. But I don't know. I'm feeling great. Got a haircut yesterday. On waves looking crazy. A lot of people be talking about my little slit right there. Man, I had it since I was a baby, bro. I remember seeing it in my baby pictures. It's called a cowlick. I don't know. I don't know where they get that from, but that's what I've been known it as since I was a baby. But I'm feeling good. And this is what, Tuesday, June 24th. Had a great birthday on the 15th. Me and my wife have really gonna get a massage today. Uh, that's gonna be around 1. Right after this, gotta go to the bank, deposit some money, show some income so I can borrow. So that's my plan for the day. Wife said that the massage is about 4 hours. Man, baby, I don't want to be there though 4 hours, but she booked it for my birthday, so I guess we'll just go ahead and go. But hopefully I can hit the gun range today too. Go to the gun range, and man, I like a couple of guns that I'm about to get. My wife, she want a staccato. Of course, the staccato was like 3 grand for a pistol. I'm like, baby, I'm not buying that for your first gun. I'll buy you something a little cheaper. But I want the M17 or the M18. That's the one that the military carry. It's like 800, maybe 800 to $1,300. So it's not that bad. But we're in the state of Texas, man. You don't need a license to carry here. So, and what's going on in Iran, and it's time to get strapped. In the state of Texas, you don't need no license to carry, open carry, whatever. So my wife definitely needs something while I'm at work, and that's what I'm gonna do. Got to get her some. I'm gonna get some. But for me, I'm not gonna carry it with me. I'm already a big black dude. I shouldn't have to. I don't need to be carrying no gun. Maybe to the fair or something. But going to the grocery store, and to be honest, bro, that's probably when you need it. Like, but I don't want to be that guy that carries a gun. You know what I mean? I don't know. What's y'all thoughts on that? Like, I don't want to be that guy that carries a gun in public. Now, definitely not on my side where it can be noticeable. Maybe like a holster that goes right here. But I wear tight shirts, so people gonna see that anyway. I don't know, man. I got a different take on that of why I don't carry. Cause I'm already a big black dude. I mean, and if something goes down, I'm gonna be the first target. you know, I'm like somebody else got a gun, they want to do something, I'm gonna be the first target, period. And that's kind of the reason why I don't want to carry like in public. I don't know. I got a different take on it. What do you guys think? I don't, I don't know. I don't feel. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't know. But I wouldn't mind totally at the fair, you know, spots where we're gonna be outside, where people have access to their cars and stuff, you know. Uh, but told you at Walmart on my waist, I don't know. I don't really. If I can somehow conceal it, like have a holster that no one can see, wear a bigger shirt, maybe in the winter, have a hoodie on or something. I don't know, but I don't want to be that guy where stuff go down. I'm the first target, like because I'm the bigger threat because I do have a firearm. But anyway, what do you guys think on that? Is it okay to? I'm not gonna say is it okay because it is okay, but how would you feel if somebody right by you in the restaurant with a gun? You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna say big black dude. I'm just saying like a regular person that got a gun at a restaurant eating burritos, and you look over and he got a pistol. I mean, I feel when I see that when I was a youngin, because in Mississippi you can't open carry, but when I see people that had a license that done that, I don't know, I felt some type of way like, bro, why? Like, you know what I mean? Now that I'm old enough to open carry, I don't want nobody looking at me like, why, bro? You don't need that until you need it. You know what I mean? Cause people are crazy, bro. Like, there's some things that's going on right now, man. You still stay out of the crowds, cause right now we at war, and I know Trump sued for peace or whatever, but still, like, be careful, man. Avoid crowds. So you got people with bombs and stuff on them, you know, at the airport, you know. But anyway, stay safe out there, y'all. But man, that concludes my day, and hope you guys have a productive day as well. I'm gonna have to get on up. Got up at 6, meditated about 6:30. About to read after this video, and drink some coffee, enjoy the wind, the birds. I know y'all hear them birds chirping. That's like my favorite part, man. The birds just chirping, cause the birds don't like. Just think about them birds. They don't worry about nothing. Like they're not worried about bills and stuff. I know because they birds, right? But they're not worried about their next meal. You know, they just living. They just living life. And after that, we're gonna go to the bank, deposit some money. My wife got a massage, my birthday massage thing at 1 to about 4:30, something like that. And after that, hopefully go to the gun range. But yes. I think I'm gonna read my Bible on this video. Hold on, let me pause this right quick. Let me go get it. Alright guys. Yesterday I was reading the book of Matthew when Jesus was tempted. See, this is the thing, man. If Jesus was tempted, you know we're gonna be tempted, right? So we might as well get ready for it. Like I don't care what your vice is. I don't care what your vice is. When I say vice, I mean the stronghold, something that causes you to potentially sin against God. Your desires, your dark desires that your body craves, or it's a temptation in that form. Now, that's not the only form of temptation. You can be tempted in different ways, not just sexual and that. You can have a spirit that wanna hurt people. You know what I mean? That's a temptation to hurt people, or temptation to, I don't know, to unalive you or other people. Like that's a temptation to do things that could possibly sin against God, right? So you read the book of Matthew when Jesus was tempted. So in chapter 4, Matthew 3, chapter 4, then when Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil, and when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. So he was fasting 40 days and 40 nights. The devil came to him at his weakest point. I don't know if you ever fasted or not. I ain't never fasted no 40 days and 40 nights, but I heard it was possible. Of course it's possible. But if you ever fasted, now I never did a dry fast. I have like no food, you know, but I never did like a dry fast, no water, ain't no food. I know people that do it, but typically you at your weakest, man. Typically you hungry, you easily agitated, you know, you impatient, you know, because your hormones are off. You don't have no food, no water, nothing. You know what I mean? So anything can get to you at that point, you know. And when verse 2 say, when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungry. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Jesus said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. They said unto him, give thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leadeth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. Now when Jesus had heard that John was cast into prison, he departed to Galilee. So at that point, so he said in this verse, exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdom of the world and the glory of him, and said to him, all these things will I give thee. So he was tempting him with worldly things like gold and only if you worship him, which was the devil, right? I give you these things if you worship me. So at that point, Jesus was tempted. He told him, if you are the Son of God, turn these stones into bread. You know what I mean? So that means that he was tempting God. He was telling Jesus to, let's see who you really are. You know how you have, in sports where you say, where you like not bullying someone, but you talking smack to him, like, let's see what you got, what you got. You know what I mean? And at that point, he had offered Jesus the everything, only if you worship him, which was the devil. So, you know, in this day and time, as a Christian, we are tempted. Like, bro, who people got their eyes on us because why? We supposed to be not of this world, right? And when they see us mess up, they all, they try to hang it over your head like, oh, I thought you was, oh, I thought you, but I'm still a human though. You know what I mean? And in some cases that we are tempted in different ways. So many ways that we can be tempted, and mostly is depending on what your vice is, whatever your stronghold is. And for my stronghold, it's not drugs, it's not alcohol. That's not my stronghold, you know. Um, but even Jesus was tempted, y'all. And if Jesus was tempted, we're gonna be tempted too. So if y'all want to check that book out, Matthew 3rd chapter, I think the first through the seventh verse, the devil tempted him at his lowest point. Remember now, he was fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. And so he was hungry, he was, I can imagine he was thirsty. He was tired. Back in the day, they walked everywhere. You know what I mean? It wasn't no cars and nothing. So you can imagine what state he was in. And then, but when he resisted the devil, the angels came down to counsel him and minister to him, right? So that'll let you know if you keep holding on, if you focus on the things of God and not of this world, you'll be okay. Now I'm gonna find this verse too. Give me a second. Hold on. So, um, so Romans 8, 8th chapter, 5th verse say, for they are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, for that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Right? So I'm read it again. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit do the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So carnally minded mean the mind that we came into, the mind that we had when we came into this world, right? That's what carnally minded mean. All selfish, selfish, hateful, negative. That's currently minded because we come into this world that way. Now that's why you have to be born again, right? When you accept Jesus Christ, um, your mind is reformed, right? It's supposed to go by the word of God, His commandments. So at that point, you're a new person. That's why it's called born again, because you come in this world carnally minded. Now, when you set your mind on the things of the spirit, the devil will flee, man. I've witnessed this. Like when your stronghold or your vice is at your feet or it's at your pocket or it's tickling your ear, man, put your mind on the things of the spirit. And the things of the spirit is love, joy, peace, happiness. It's a couple more things. I have to look that up too. It's in the Bible. It's the fruits of the spirit, right? Put your mind on those things. But if you keep your mind on the flesh, you keep looking at stuff and have things by you that remind you of your stronghold. Let's put your mind on the flesh, right? So 9 times out of 10, you're gonna give in. And like I said on the last video, you can't will yourself through it. Like I used to try to will myself. You can't will yourself through it. You really have to just put you need to focus on the spirit when that comes up, man. You need to do that anyway all day. But typically when our vice or our stronghold creep up on us, we have Christ on the back of our mind, not in the front. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, it comes to you at your weakest point. My vices and strongholds come to me when I'm living by myself in the oil field. Like I live by myself for like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and that's when my stronghold hit. You know, not when I'm with my wife. Like I don't think about I don't think about it. You know what I mean? And it typically knocks at my door when I'm in the field, like 5 days in. My first 2 or 3, 4 days, I'm good. But it's like my last 5 days, my stronghold knock, bro. And I have to like redirect my mind to godly things. That's the only way I make through, bro. That's the only way I make through. And yeah, that's the way I do it. That's the way we supposed to do it. We focus on the spiritual and not the flesh. Because the flesh will let you down every time, and you can't will yourself through it. You have to focus on God. You have to focus on, remember Jesus was tempted too. So, and yeah, we got to get better. Because like I said, I'm not perfect though. I'd be the first to say, man, bro, it's tough. It's hard. It's very tough, man. And we all fail. But that's how I get through when my stronghold bubble up. Like, and my stronghold might not be a stronghold, but it's 90% of what men struggle with, though. It's 90% of what all men struggle with. 95%. You know, it's a deadly sin. Lust. Lust is a deadly sin, and yeah, we all struggle with that. All men struggle with that, but you have to fast. You have to pray. All those things, right? So that's my 20-minute video. Tried to put them so long because people don't usually stay for 20 minutes. Ooh. All right, man. Get in shape, man. I'm telling you, you had a different confidence. You walk out, you walk with your not even say with your chest out, but with your shoulders back. You know what I mean? Like every room that I step in, man, and I don't say this for boosting my head up or nothing, but every room I step in, people looking at me. Why? Maybe because I'm a black dude or a big black dude, but because I carry that confidence. I carry that. I carry that good confidence, man. And with my shoulders back, head straight, and usually I got some type of tight shirt on. I love wearing tight shirts. You know, I work for this body, and I'm not finna hide it on hoodies and big 4X shirts. So for me, man, I don't know, man. I got that different swagger about myself in real life, and of course, man, God is at the front of my. He's at the front. You know, when somebody try to brag on me, I accept the compliment and I don't let it go to my head. Right? That's one. That's one thing my mom taught me. Don't let it go to your head, son. Like that's when you gonna start to fall. So I don't let it go to my head. I thank them, you know, and I give them a compliment somehow, you know. Um, but mostly people be like, "Oh, I'm trying to get like you, big like you." I'm like, bro, you got it. Just diet, consistency, and discipline. You know, I always give a word of encouragement to everybody in public. You know, I shake their hand, look them in their eyes, right? But that takes discipline to do so because we typically want to look down when we walk. We typically want to be on our phone. Hello, how you doing? Doing great. We typically want to look down. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, nice elderly lady just gave me some advice. She said, what hurts the most? Do it more and do it more often. She said, do more and do it more often. Nice. So thank God for this day. Thank God for life itself. But I'm up out of here. Y'all be blessed and not stressed. Peace.